Good morning. This is Bambi Meadowlake for Abolition News Network, October 1st, 1775. We have presented so many stories of pain and suffering of slaves brought to America that now I'm extremely pleased to have as one of our guests a former slave who has lived in Boston and whose story has exceeded all miracles of freedom from slavery. This young lady has been the first African-American poet to publish a book. It is called Poems on Various Subjects, Religious and Moral. She has been called the African Genius from Boston, and recently the mother of Black literature. Welcome to ANN, Miss Phillis Wheatley.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Thank you. Phillis, tell us how you got your name.
Well, I was named after the ship Phillis that brought me here from Gambia, West Africa in 1761. Now, my last name is of my master owner, Mr. John Whitley. Slaves always took the last name of their owners.
That will probably have some significance because you're the first poet from Africa. Now, tell us how you learned English so well in order to read and write.
Well, Miss Meadowlake, the Whitley family, they are so kind, all of them, the children and the adults. I learned to read in about 16 months. I've had no formal school education.
Well, I am very impressed. And poetry, too. Where did that come from?
Well, first I learned to read the Bible, but then after that I was inspired by the English poet Alexander Pope. And then there was John Milton, also Homer, Horace, Virgil. But it was my curiosity that led me to write.
Wow, I am amazed. Most people read about those writers in college. So when did you start to write your poems?
It was probably about the year I turned 12. I just had a poem in my head and I had to get it out. So I borrowed a quill, paper, and ink.
So I see you have your book with you. Can you give us a few samples, quotes?
Sure, I would love to. The first one, which is one of my favorites, it's called On Being Brought from Africa to America. "'Twas mercy brought me from my pagan land, taught my benighted soul to understand that there's a God, that there's a Savior too. Once our redemption neither fought now knew. Some view our sable race with scornful eye. Their color is a diabolical dye. Remember Christians, Negroes, black as Cain, may be refined and join thy angelic train.